Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be building a study home for a student. It is actually a loft. I've never built a loft in The Sims 4 before, so this took me a little while to do. I actually started recording this on another video, and then I realized I didn't know what I was doing, so I had to look it up. So I did not use that footage. So I decided to use this footage whenever I had somewhat of an idea of what I wanted to do. And I wanted to do a loft because I think that it's a great use of space, to be honest. So it's kind of cut in half if you're wanting two-story and to separate things out. So this is a student study home, and I did put the hashtag and my gallery ID on the screen, so you can see that if you would like to, and you can fix it. Because it is a little bit of a fixer-upper, because I spent so much time on the inside that I didn't care how it looked on the outside. So it needs some help. It looks decent on the inside, but on the outside it needs some remodeling. And so kind of the theme that I was going with here was a neutral yellow, gold, pinkish to just make it like a calming, cozy area. And I was like, well, this person is just going to be a student. I don't know how much this costs. I need to look. So I was like, I'm just going to get a laptop. I'm like, no, I need to fill more space with that. And it looks like it's $35,963. So it's not budget friendly by any means. So it's not budget friendly, but it is a space for like a student and their friends to come over and study. And it does have a full kitchen and a full bathroom. I did use the new pack items, the sleek bathroom, and it's really nice. I really like it. I do think that some of the items that were used, like maybe one or two items that we already have, it was just a different shape slightly, especially the mirror. The lights that I used in this bedroom are from the new pack. And I was going to do this more modern deluxe. I don't know how to explain it, but I was like, it really wouldn't look that great in the entire house. So I decided against it, and I was just going to do more of like a pastel-y color. Then I realized that it was a 2-floor loft, so you could see the trim. I was like, no, better not. And placing the windows on the inside, it was decent, but like whenever I went outside, it looked very weird and odd. But that's why it's a fixer-upper. I mean, you don't really look at the entire house whenever you're playing, right? You have your walls down. But I mean, it's on the gallery. It's up there if you guys want to fix it. And it's not the prettiest, but there is some footage of whenever I was going, like placing the windows outside and make it look a little bit better. It messed up the entire thing on the inside, so it looks kind of awful. And I wanted to add that little cozy space one because I just needed to use up the space that I had. And I don't know if having too many rugs is an eyesore, but I think I kind of like it. And it just kind of gives an alternative space to study instead of just on your bed or at your desk. You can have this little cozy spot on the loft. And I did spend a lot of time, what seemed like a long time, on the upstairs than I did on the bottom floor. And I realized that this bathroom is huge. And it is just a 1-bedroom, 1-bath house. So I think that it's like a single student, or I won't even necessarily say that it's a student. I mean, that's what I built it for. I don't know, just use your imagination or whatever you want to do. But yeah, I used the new bathroom items, and I actually kind of like it. I think it's kind of cute, and I really wasn't quite sure where to place everything, or to make sure, because I wanted to make sure that it was functional. And some of the things don't really make sense, but I always have a problem with bathrooms, because I was like, I don't know how this looks, if this looks good, if this works. And I think they've fixed things now that, I don't know, to be honest. But yeah, so I couldn't decide which partition I was wanting to use and if I should have extended it a little bit. And I didn't put anything in that closet because I just needed to use the extra space that we had. So, and trying to match the wallpaper with the countertops was kind of difficult, but it was doable. And I realized that, like, after I finished with the kitchen, I realized that I was like, well, there's not a whole lot of room for the living room. And I put these windows down before I realized, like, I need cabinets. I mean, I guess I really don't necessarily need cabinets. It was just taking up space. But I usually include all the cabinets, or the overhead cabinets, in my builds. So kind of just complete. And I was actually using the color palette that I typically use, or I shouldn't say typically use, but I used in the very beginning. It was like gold and yellow and neutral colors, because it is easier to match that than the crazy colors. So then I realized, like, I need to remove these windows, and maybe I just need to leave one. Again, it's a building flaw, and so I'm sure y'all can fix it. I just didn't want to. I was more focused on the inside than I was on the outside. So, and I was having a hard time trying to find all the rugs and all the decorations that I was wanting to use, because I don't know, just sometimes having a clunky kitchen, just too much stuff, I guess. And make sure, I mean, obviously the decorations aren't usable, so there's no point in that, but I was like, I don't want to take up too much counter space. I know technically you only need like one space for it to be functional, so you can cook in it, but I didn't. And I don't think that I turned on the move object. I think I tried to, but sometimes whenever I have OBS open, it won't let me do that. I have to do it a different way. And adding the porch was kind of an afterthought. I really didn't do too much with it. And I don't know. Oh, I did add stairs. I can't remember if I had stairs or not. Again, it looks a little bit better on the inside than it does on the outside. I really didn't do much with the porch, like I said. And I was just trying to create a little living area. Oh, I did put a plant. I was like, man, I hope I didn't leave like a gap there. So I recorded this. Gosh, I don't remember whenever I recorded this. I think it was maybe Wednesday evening. Maybe it was Wednesday evening that I did this. It was on the 10th. So I think that it was Wednesday. And this took me like an hour and a half to build. I'm not saying that it was great, but it took me an hour and a half to build almost. And I was like, I'm not going to do a voiceover on it right now. I'll do that a little bit later. I was going to do it yesterday, but I didn't do it. So I decided to do it this morning on Saturday, and then I'm going to post it today. So I would have a little bit more time to talk about it, but we are getting near the end of the build. Almost. Actually, there's 52 seconds left. Again, I struggled with the outside. I always do, but that's the point of this build, is for others to reimagine it, edit it, do what you want with it. And I'm curious to see what you guys do with it. And don't forget to use the hashtag that's on the top, in the top right hand corner, if you want to. There's already been a few downloads on it, so that's pretty cool. And I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had fun making it. It was something different that I was wanting to do. So thank you guys again for stopping by. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all those YouTube things. And that's all I have to say. I don't have any other thing to say. I really need to come up with a better outro. There's still 10 seconds left. Oh my gosh. So I didn't do much on the outside. But anyway, thanks. Bye.